Police Chase. Welcome to Community News. My name is Paul.
And my name is Sasha.
Hello there, Sasha. How are you today?
Hi, Paul. I'm doing good. I'm happy to see your face.
Oh, it's always good to see you too. Did you like my... I'm sorry? What'd you
I
say?
missed you this past week since our
Really?
last show. Yes.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, maybe we can get together this week in town. I doubt it, but maybe we can. Who knows?
I know.
We'll see.
You're so
There's
scared of my
there-
please.
exactly. Well, there's a lot of events going on, so maybe we can finally come to agreement on one that we'd want to go to together.
So tell me what they are.
Okay.
What exciting things are happening?
First up, I know you're going to love this. This weekend at the Burned Out Field is the annual Halloween costume contest for both humans and pets. So,
God.
will you be bringing your pet and or any of the humans that live in your house for a Halloween costume contest?
When you said the pets, I was thinking that's a lot of pressure because it's bad enough to try and get the humans out. And my dog goes every which way. So, no, my pet would not be good at one of those things.
He wouldn't?
No, I mean, she's adorable, but she goes every which way. In fact, when I see people eating with their pets outside, which we just witnessed, we went to brunch on Sunday.
Right.
And we were on an outdoor cafe, and everybody had their little dog with them. And I was saying, it'd be so cute if we could bring our little dog, but she's not so little. She's kind of medium size, and she's a spaz.
Right.
So there's no way these other dogs are just sitting quietly. She would be pulling on her leash, running to everyone,
Well, they do say the dog takes the personality of their owner, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Oh, excusez moi. They also say you look like your dog, but I've seen people that do look like their dog.
Do you
but I
look
don't-
like your dog? I haven't seen your dog in a
I
long
do.
time.
I don't think I look like her. I don't think anyone in our house looks like her.
No?
But I have seen people that do look like their dog.
Yes.
Have you?
No, I have not. And I did not look like our former dog. And the
I know
former
you
dog did
didn't.
not look like anything like me. So,
Yeah.
okay. So the Halloween costume contest this weekend. It's Saturday, 2 o'clock at the Burned Out Field. Make sure to come costume.
Will you get your grown adult children home so that they can parade around in costumes for you?
Yeah, that'll happen. There's less of a chance of that happening than of you showing up there. So,
You know what, though? My children, I mean, they're, both in high school. They stopped like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. They were so little. And even then, those years, they didn't want to pick anything out for like the last 3 or 4 years that they even went to their friend's Halloween party. They would keep going and they felt too old for it. They didn't want a costume, but then they wanted to go to their friend's party. So like that day, they'd always decide, I want to be something. And, it's not like when you and I grew up when you could just be a hobo.
right.
You remember everybody was always just a hobo if they had no costume.
Exactly.
That was the costume. And they actually called it hobo.
Uh-huh.
Now it's like you can't even say a homeless person or a bum. Oh my God, a bum would be like the most insulting. Now you would have to say they're going to be a unsheltered human being or something like that.
I feel somewhat guilty because you said your kids have now hated Halloween for 3 or 4 years, and that coincides with the exact amount of time that Community News has been on the air. So I hope that has nothing to do with the fact that...
It doesn't. But like I said, it's not even these 3 or 4 years. For 4 years prior to that, they were both like, I feel so old for this. And they didn't care about dressing up. And I think they're too practical because they go, like, they can't just enjoy the fun of what it is. They go, like, why don't we just go to the store and buy a bag of candy? Like, they don't understand the begging for candy. They feel
Right.
like they, at a very young age, they were like, this makes no sense. I'm knocking on all these doors, doing all this work when you guys could just buy me a bag of candy,
Just eliminate the middleman and let me sit on the couch and watch TV
Exactly
and
what
feed me
they
candy.
That's how they felt, and I think they felt like it's not my job as a cute little kid to go entertain all these people by ringing their bell in some costume.
Well-
So at the last minute, they'd want to come up with something. But like I said, we're not back in the days where you could do that. So there was nothing I would have for them last minute. So they do these, I don't know what, things that look like it's just them being regular. You know what I mean? With like something cut out and stuck on their shirt.
They might have hit upon something. Halloween maybe should change where the kids just stay at home and adults walk around their neighborhood and knock on doors and throw candy at kids as they go by their house. Something along.
That's true.
So a reverse Halloween almost.
I think the adults might enjoy dressing up more than the kids. I mean, okay, kids between, like, let's face it, under 4, they have no idea what they're doing. They don't know what's going on.
Right.
Maybe,
With anything.
Yeah, anything.
Right.
5, maybe 5 to like 10 kids like Halloween. And then that's it. then they feel too old for it and it's goofy and it's awkward and whatever. And then like adults, I think, like it more.
Right. When you can put on your old sexy nurse costume that we've spoken about from years and years.
I never did sexy nurse, but one of my favorite costumes I once did, I don't think I mentioned this on the show, was when I lived in Los Angeles, and I think you lived in Los Angeles then too, but we were working on different projects. I was Sloppy Bride. And it was funny because when I got actually married, I was thinking what a foreboding, what a prescient, what a psychic costume that was of me, because I felt like Sloppy Bride on the day of my actual wedding.
I want to comment so much on Sloppy Bride, but you set me up with such a T-ball that I have to get.
But as I was saying it, I realized prescience. Wait, psychic. Isn't there something psychic Halloween happening in town?
There is Friday night at the old mansion in town. It's the Psychic Soiree and Dark History Tour of Townport. So
it sounds right up our alley.
It's a $80 entrance fee for a VIP ticket, and you get to meet with a psychic. I mean, how great is that? There's going to be a whole soiree of psychics. Now, the question is, do you meet with more than one psychic? And if they give you conflicting readings, what happens then? Who do you believe? The oldest psychic? The first psychic? I have no idea.
The one that tells you what you want.
Is that it?
Yeah, you just believe the one that tells you what something closest to what you want to hear.
So the Psychic Soiree, am I going to see you there or no?
I like the name of that, Psychic Soiree.
Right. It sounds alliterative, and it's not, because it's a P and an S, but it sounds like it is.
It sounds like it, and I also like the use of soiree in something that's like kitschy, because soirees are usually like fancy, like a gala, but a kitschy soiree is sort of like goofing on the soirees.
Right. And soiree is one of my favorite words. Is it the English language or French language?
Funny you should say that, because just last week I was thinking that I wanted to make a list of my favorite words. As I hear certain words come up, I was thinking I need to start writing them down and make a list of my favorite words. And I was actually thinking it would be a fun thing to do on YouTube to like talk about the words.
So what have you come up with any yet on your list or no?
I see. This is the thing. I didn't write them down, but like as I hear certain words, I'm like, oh, I love that word. I need to put that on a list somewhere. So now, of course, because of my age, I can't remember the words.
Right.
But
would soiree make the cut or no?
Soiree would make the cut.
Oh, beautiful.
I have a few words that are like just really like when I hear them, I'm like, it's just a great word.
Soiree makes the list.
Soiree. Yes. Are they going to have Sylvia Brown?
Sylvia Brown will not be there. It's just some local psychics from town, a couple from surrounding areas. So if you want a reading and have a good time and or a laugh, the Psychic Soiree.
That sounds like a fun Halloween event, at least. I mean, psychics are always entertaining, even if they just hire the fraudulent ones.
Right.
It's just funny to hear what they're going to say. But I think it would be cool if they did a seance and they got like dead psychics like Sylvia Brown and other famous psychics that are now dead. If they could bring those in with a Ouija board and have the dead psychics and the live psychics give you a reading, that would be a real 1-2 punch.
I didn't realize that Sylvia Brown was dead when you asked if she would be there. Otherwise, I would have laughed. So.
Oh, that's okay.
But no, she won't be there.
She was on the Montel Williams show, Sylvia Brown.
Oh, gotcha.
She was like a big psychic on TV for many
years. So Psychic Soiree Friday night. Also coming up in town on Monday afternoon, senior bowling at the town lanes, open to the first 40 seniors who sign up. And I'm sure Sasha will be there at the bowling.
A senior yet? Don't you have to be over 65?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just go there and say, I want to go bowl.
Okay.
Yeah? No?
Let hair go gray.
Right.
I'm a terrible bowler, so I'd rather do the Psychic Soiree.
All right, so then no Sasha at senior bowling. Finally...
Paul might go bowling, right?
Exactly.
I bet Paul's a very good bowler.
And I'm a very mediocre bowler, but I love bowling with seniors. So.
Why do I feel like you'd be a great bowler? And I'm feeling that's another thing. Why have we never done together? Bowling.
I don't think we would last 2 minutes.
Almost 2 years because of COVID. We haven't seen each other in a year and a half because of COVID. But I feel like, how come we never bowled?
That is going to be on our list of things to do in 2022. Bowling.
Even though I suck at it.
Even though you said perfect. That's even better. Finally, just to wrap up the whole thing, police chase in town due to a road rage incident. I'm not sure if it went by your street or not.
Was it OJ?
It was not OJ. I thought for sure it was you when I saw sirens go by. It was a minivan, but it turned out not to be you.
My first thought's OJ, and you think it's me? That's
Yes.
terrible. Was
Why?
it you? Why don't I ask that? Was it you?
I don't
You're a
I don't
guy.
drive a minivan, so no, it was not me. But I
Right.
could see you getting into a
Car.
road rage thing with someone. Someone cuts you off and you scream at them. And I can absolutely see you leading the police on a chase with your foot hanging out the window as you're
that would
driving
be
by
a
town.
That would
So-
be a divine police chase video to see my foot casually out the window while the police chase me. But no, I don't get in road rage at all. I'm actually usually the calm one while other people are road raging around me. I've had a few this week, like, that do that. Could you describe it to the listeners?
Where they
They're like,
throw their hands up in the air and they give that exasperated look like, what the fuck did you just do, you stupid
Exactly.
asshole, even though they're the ones that cut you off and they're
Right,
the assholes?
exactly. Oh, I had one the other day, and I wanted to get out and introduce myself, but we probably don't have time for me to go into it.
Yeah.
But again, it was him raging at me, not the other way around.
All right, so it wasn't you. So there was a road rage. Nobody hurt. They took care of the person. I just wanted to confirm one more time that it was not Sasha who was leading Townport police all over town on that race.
No, I'd be scared they would shoot me, let's face it.
Right. That's true. They wouldn't shoot you. You'd just say, I'm Sasha from Community News. You're a town celebrity.
I know, but sometimes they purposely, remember Zsa Zsa Gabor?
I know who Zsa Zsa Gabor is.
So she had a big thing with the police in Beverly Hills, and then she smacked the policeman, and she went to jail for it, and it was a whole big thing.
I
Sometimes
love-
they like punish you more because you're a celebrity.
Was Zsa the one on Green Acres, or was that Ava Gabor?
Yeah, that was her sister Ava.
Oh, okay.
Zsa was the one who sadly spent like the last 5 or 10 years of her life in bed, not doing so well, and she had like the young gay-ish man that married her.
Right. The
presumably
prince.
with money.
Wasn't he a
Right,
prince?
prince.
Or a
Fake
pseudo prince?
And he was basically like keeping her propped up so he could live off of her. The whole sad, tragic tale.
Maybe it's the same one who's taking care of Richard Simmons at this point, since we haven't heard from him in a couple of years since we did our podcast about him.
I wouldn't be surprised if the prince moved over there now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so sad that there are these people that are total leeches like that.
Unbelievable. Awful. It's awful.
I know. It's scary once you don't have your own, marbles and can't
Right.
take care of yourself. Like, yeah, it's bad.
Thank God you have your loving husband and 2 loving kids to take care of you when you lose your marbles sometime.
Thank God, because I must admit that the fear of being completely alone and just, a modern day hobo, if you will, with a shopping cart is one of my biggest fears in life.
Well, there you go. It's your biggest fear in life, but yet it would probably win the Halloween contest on Saturday. So dress up like that and see what happens. Anyway.
I just like saying hobo over and over. It's just a word you don't hear much anymore in 2021.
Put that on the list with soiree then as your favorite words.
But what do you think it stood for? Homeless brother? Like hobo. Homeless bow?
But next week I will come up with a definition for you. I will find
I might
that
have
out.
to Google it too. Okay.
All right, so don't forget Psychic Soiree on Friday night at the Town Mansion, $80. Saturday is the Halloween contest for both humans and animals, 2 p.m. at the Burned Out Field, and Monday is senior bowling at the Town Lanes. I am going outside to enjoy myself. Sasha, it's been a pleasure as always.
It's my pleasure, Paul, but I just want to say with a list like that, you never have to leave this town. There's so much fun and excitement.
So much, all of it great and fun, and I can't wait to do it. And that about wraps up this community news. And as always, my name is Paul.
My name is Sasha. We love you, community.
Sasha, I will see you next week.
See you next Tuesday, Paul.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.